Here we are around 80 kilometres out of Sydney, southwest. I'm here to show you the future as we're driving into the Bingara estate, New South Wales, Australia, by the way. One entry in, one entry out, no other roads. Have you ever looked at all your estates now? That's how they're all built. One entry in, one entry out. They've got your shops. This one's got a golf course, doctors, schools, absolutely everything. You do not need to leave your estate other than work, but people work from home now, so you don't need to leave it. In the future, there'll be guards, army at those gates we just drove through. Well, not gates. Some estates actually do have guards already, and estates to make you safe. Like people are breaking in houses every night of the week, like it's dangerous to. That's crazy, but there's already estates that built probably 5-10 years ago that have security entry and exits. This is a nice estate, but footpaths, you can walk around, it's great. But one day, in the very near future, probably in the next year, there'll be, when these new, I can't say the words because YouTube's deleting too much of my stuff, when there's outbreaks, they'll be locking people in these estates. We don't need to leave, like I said, because you've got absolutely everything here. Schools, shops, plenty of walking paths, got the golf course, doctors, as you can see here, you got everything. The reason I'm saying and doing this isn't for a fear campaign, it's just saying, well, maybe people will see this in the future and go, wow, we are locked in our estate now, we can't leave for 6 months because of an outbreak. How would he know that? Well, they've told us it's already happening anyway, but most people would say that it was already happening, champ, you idiot, but many people wouldn't believe it's already happening. But to be locked into your estate with guards at the gate to make sure you're staying there, and no one's really going to complain because they're working from home anyway and there's everything here. But that's really not the point. Why are they doing this to us? It's been a plan for a long time, is to keep everyone working from home. Get that 5G microwave frequency out there. And why I said it in videos years ago, why are people going to be getting sick? Well, anyway, they got I can't say certain words. I uploaded a YouTube clip yesterday to my Erratic Me channel. Got deleted within 5 minutes. All I said was, hey, Eeyore! And I mentioned a couple of key words. Is it going to be basically an outbreak? Give me an Eeyore for yes, and he Eeyored straight away. Hilarious! 20-second video. Bang, within 5 minutes, YouTube deletes it. Assholes. Things like that kind of give you confidence that we can win, we can change things, because if they're worried about the little man or any truthful information getting out there, it's obviously it can make a difference. We can make a difference if enough people know the truth. But everyone keeps conforming. People are loving working from home. I spoke to a lot of people recently who work in offices, had lunch or breakfast with them. And they were all saying that the offices are actually closing down. There's no intentions of bringing these government workers back to an office. Like I said, people are enjoying it. They're saving money. Everything works better when you work from home. But that's our life now, working from home, living at home. You've got to get out, people. There's part of your golf course. A house in here will probably set you back, you know, let's just say on average maybe 700,000-800,000, give or take. Bingara Gorge. So what's some of the reasons they're going to use to keep you locked at your house? Well, estate first. I think one day it will come down to you can't leave your house. But what's some of the reasons they're going to keep you locked in your estate at least? First of all, the more Australians that are the greater the internal freedom in regard to distancing. Secondly, travel. And when they say travel, they're talking borders of the country. When they're talking distancing, they're talking distance from your house. You will only be allowed to travel a distance from your house if you're not, and if they haven't got a 95% strike rate of people, then those who aren't, they won't allow them to leave their house. They're saying it here even. They're after that golden number. In this story, they were saying 94.9 wasn't good enough. They needed that extra 1% to get herd immunity. They're referring to us like animals. And if they don't get a 95% rate amongst everybody, they're going to keep you locked down until they do. They were making out in this story that 0.1% of people who were not were the reason, the continuation of the so-called dis-ease. See, they're trying to just separate humanity, so we're going to start to blame each other now. There's going to be little wars against the versus the non, which is all crazy, which is all sucking us into a greater demise and unrest, civil unrest amongst countries, people within the country. I mean, how much more separation can they have? And the world was one at one stage. Then they created countries. Then states, regions, borders and everything else. One day what estate do you live in? As in, your estate's got so much outbreak and disease and people with blah blah. And there's out right there. Like, how much more division can they put amongst humans? I live in this estate now. I've been locked in this one. Oh, that one had 90% outbreak. Well, stay away from you. They're making people fearful of each other. Dehumanizing humanity. Like I said, there's your route. There's your sign up there. Wollongong left, 36 kilometres, Picton 11. And in the future, now they're dividing the regions and areas up to estates that you can't get in and out of because you're going to be locked in there. Then when you come out, you're going to be looked at as a leper. You come from that estate? No. Don't talk to them. Freedom of information is gone. Freedom of movement is gone. The Queen said it. I think I put it on YouTube about 1.5 years ago. She was taking away your freedom of movement. They tell us everything. No one hears it. Fuck. Well, I suppose it's not put on the mainstream media. It's put out there for a 1 minute clip on TV. And if you're lucky to see it, you never see it again. And they know we forget really quickly, so not a big deal. They know they can get away with telling us, but not making it too public and never reporting on it again. Anyway, I'm going left to Wollongong, off to the beach. That's been your little tour of Bingara. Should you call it an estate now, or a Bingara incarceration estate, jail, whatever? One day there'll be people there, there'll be guards. You can't come in and out very, very soon. They won't know. People are inside all the time. They wouldn't even know it's happened. Oh, there's been a guard there for 6 months, haven't left the house. Fuck.